Lyndon, and I have a funny storage auction story for you. It's not a grand storage unit, it's not over the top. It's just like when your kids do something funny and you shouldn't laugh because it's wrong, but yet it's still funny. It's that type of story. Captain Morgan and the Six Monkeys. This was a sick little puppy. I bought the unit in Norcross. Not one of my favorite places, but there was nothing else going on that day, and I was like, what the heck, I'll just roll out. Need a little inventory. You always need a little inventory in the storage auction game. The more stuff you have, the more stuff you can sell, right? So I roll over there. There's no one there. Auction's about to start, and I'm getting a little worried because this auction manager does not let auctions proceed unless there are 1, 2, and 3 people. I was like, man, I wasted my time. But just like last minute people that pay up, last minute bidders, they came in, 4 more people, we were good to go. There was 6 units, and I didn't know any of these people, so it was looking pretty good for the kid. First room we look at is a total disaster area. I mean, the room should have been condemned. I mean, they opened up the door, ugly, bad stuff that you would even wish on your worst enemy start falling out. I just walked off. Not to mention it had a little aroma. And I mean, not in a good aroma, not like body funk, but some kind of industrial solvent. I wasn't messing with that. Body funk, yes. Roaches, yes. Rodney the Rat, yes. Industrial solvents, no. I don't mess with that stuff. Not, everything gives you cancer. I'm not trying to accelerate that. So we move on, and it's just looking crappy. It's just getting crappier and crappier and crappier. This property is in the middle of an industrial area. So I should have knew better, but you don't know unless you show up. We get to the next to the last unit, and it's like a normal unit. There's furniture, there's posters, there's like sci-fi stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm getting this. So I just started bidding. And then the other 4 people, they were like, he ain't bid on nothing else, and it was just kind of like storage auction goodwill. They didn't even open up their mouth. I just said $25. And they looked around, sold. It was a 10 by 10, full from the rooter to the doodah. I couldn't lose. I get in the unit. This is after paying and everything, because like I said, it was one of the early periods of my storage auction career, so I wasn't as on it like I was later on. So I'm going through the unit, and I get that sinking feeling. Because when you pick up not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 things, and they're broke, it doesn't bode well for the rest of the unit. Good stuff, but it was scratched up, and I was just going through it, and I only paid $25. So in my mind, if I could cover my gas, and if I can make $300, which was not a really, if I can make $300, I'm gonna be okay, because that's gonna cover my time, gas, and there's a little cheese on the Whopper. When I get to the back, and I find a cedar chest, and it's not in perfect condition cosmetically, but inside's great, hinges great. I can work with this. I can recondition this. So I'm like, oh, that's about $150 right there. Okay. We're halfway home, and I'm pulling out stuff, and I've created this line in the unit because all the stuff on the side is going to be trash. The dump wasn't really that far away, so it wasn't going to be a long haul. But about 70% of the unit was going to the dump. That's how bad it was. I had to see the chest, had some nice posters. Then all the way in the back is a dresser. And I pull out drawers, and there are clothes in their drawers. Or I should say, there's drawers in the drawers. I go through it, but there's something funny because everything that I've bought and I've touched has been the stuff of a man. But everything in the first drawer is a female stuff. And I was like, oh, we may find a little jewelry, a little gold, a little scrap gold. This could turn out really well. No, it didn't. But this is where the story gets good. It goes from good to gooder. So I'm pulling out stuff, and on the panties are monkeys. This is like, okay, this is probably, his daughter's stuff, right? Then I found a bra. It's a 36 double D. I was like, okay, his daughter's holding. Then I found some pictures. I find pictures of Captain Morgan in full costume. With one of the chicks, yes, one, there's more, wearing the monkey drawers sitting on his lap, throwing up the deuce sign. She's sitting on his lap, just monkey drawers, naked everywhere else. And she was kind of hot, so I appreciate that about her. But he's got on this freaking Captain Morgan costume. I'm like, well, maybe it's a Halloween thing. You know, there was no date on it, so I really couldn't ascertain when it was happening. But I was like, okay, you know what? Hey, you get your freak on in your Captain Morgan costume. Cool, you know, if it works for you, hey. And maybe I can sell this shit. So I'm going through the other drawers and I pull open another drawer. And there's some more monkey panties. But they're different size. They're different sizes. Like, maybe she gained weight, right? Pull out some more pictures. It's Captain Morgan again. But this chick's Asian. And one of the thickest Asian chicks I've ever seen in my life. Even Sir Mix-a-Lot would have been like, oh my God, so Sean. I mean, seriously. She had some ass on her. I mean, you know, ass so fat that you could see it from the front. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm like, Captain Morgan is like, you know, I looked at that picture for a long time. I did. I really looked at it for a long time because I'm an ass man and she had ass. So I'm stacking pictures up there because I have people who buy those things. And this is very, very rare that you get this kind of amateur porn, because that's what it is. It's amateur porn, but in great composition. The pictures were clear and there was a story. So I pull out another drawer. There's some more monkey panties, but they're really, really tiny. And I was like, please don't let me come across any kitty porn. I don't want any kitty porn. Please, no kitty porn. Please, 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 no kitty porn. And I pull it out and I don't know. I'm going to have to call this a draw because I don't know how old these young ladies were. But that third one was a little disturbing. Just a little bit. Not only were her panties little, so were her little boobies, and they were high and tight. I don't know. She was a white girl. It was looking very R. Kelly-ish. Very. Maybe she just tried to look extra young. I don't know. So I'm just going to put that to the side because, you know, that's a question mark. I've never found kitty porn. Thank God. And I didn't ever want to find any because that's just not my thing. So I pull out another drawer. And we're going back to big girls and grown women. Surely they're grown. Okay, I can sell these. This one, she was like, you know, bodybuilder. Not bodybuilder type, but she was good. Deltoids popping. She had an 8-pack. And she was filling out those monkey panties. Yes, she was. Oh my God, she was filling out those panties. If I'm having a moment, understand. She was a pretty bodybuilder. And I know that some people are going to get upset that I've made that distinction, but a chick who's really pretty with muscles is hot to me. Some people are like, no, it's the devil. And no, she looks like a man, whatever. She was hot. She was way hot. And built. Oh my God. Becky. Look at her abs. And she's sitting on Captain Morgan. But this time, Captain Morgan's, he's looking a little different. His beard's a little fluffier. There's a gleam in his eye. And I was like, Captain's tapping that. He's tapping that. Maybe he's tapping all of them. But there was something really special about this one. Just something really special about her. And I looked at the picture, and there were more pictures. And that's another thing. There was only one picture per drawer. And a bunch of panties. And a few bras. But mostly monkey panties. Cute monkey panties. but nevertheless, monkey panties. So I go to another drawer and I pull it out. And there's no panties. There's no bras. There are photo albums. You know how I like photo albums. Because they tell stories. And I like stories. I pull the album out and I put it on the dresser. And I flip through it. And it's Captain Morgan. But Captain Morgan has company this time. He has a lot of company. Because Captain Morgan is at a party. And they're swanging at this party. Yes, swanging. And I'm flipping through because I know I can sell this album. I know exactly who I can sell this album to. I'm flipping through and it's Captain Morgan. And this time he's sitting at the pool in full Captain Morgan. He's got the hat, the jacket, the pants, and the boots at the pool. But in none of these pictures was he ever striking the iconic Captain Morgan pose. No, he wasn't doing that. He was just striking a pose with ass on each one of his thighs. At that moment, I was a little jealous. I'm lying. I was a whole lot jealous because those chicks were hot. And I just flipped through the album, flipped through the album, flipped through the album, flipped through the album. And there's all kinds of stuff that's going on. And due to the fact that some people on YouTube are just so sensitive, I can't tell you. You know, if you want me to do a special private channel where I can tell you all this stuff, just let me know. Because I'm not putting it on here. Because people be flagging my shit like little bitches. Anyway, on to the story. So I go to the last drawer. And this drawer is a little bit different. There's boxes. In each box are some panties, a picture, and a bra. In leathers. Yes, leathers. Understand, this unit was total trash until I got to that dresser. Because to me, the price of admission was that dresser. It's the stuff that I live for. Being able to go and ramble through people's lives and see intimate detail, that shit drove me. That shit was fun. That's what got me up out the bed. It was the discovery, the exploration into this thing we call the human condition. Because people do some strange shit. So I go through this. And I'm going through the boxes. And I'm reading the letters. And I'm like, Captain Morgan was a dom. Yes, he was a dom. Which pretty much, because all the girls were in submissive poses or doing whatever he wanted to do within the photo albums. But what's really funny is that last drawer, those must have been the Golden Girls. Because it was only two. It was only two. But he treated them a little different. He wrote them tender. I'm gonna spank that ass type love letters. I mean, seriously. I'm just sitting there. It's like July. The sun is beaming down. I got sweat rolling down my back. But I'm reading this shit at rapt attention because it's just like wild. It is totally wild. And this is why I love to start talking again. You never know what you'll find. Some days you'll go out there and it's nothing but trash and rats and roaches and nothing of particular value. Then there's days like this when it's all worth it. Because, understand, all of that kinky shit, I had people who would buy it. So the price of that unit only paid $25. But that kinky stuff was gonna get me at least $500, if not more. And I averaged out when I sold it about $550. And with the cedar chest, I was up to $600. Understand, this was not some grand over-the-top unit. That, you know, I mean, thousands of dollars, but for $25, I was entertained for years. I'm still entertained by that unit. So $25, actually, I'm sorry, it wasn't a fee because I got paid to be entertained. You can't get it any better than that. Well, unless you're Captain Morgan. All right, that's your story for this week, boys and girls. I'll see you in the next video. By popular demand, the Journey to Storage Auction Success audiobook is 6 sessions. It'll kick off Tuesday, December the 11th. And it'll go on until Saturday. You're going to get 6 1.5 to 2 hour sessions of some of the best storage auction advice on the planet. You've never seen it before, and there's some things in that book I've never talked about before in my other books nor YouTube. So you can get in on the pre-sale this weekend. Just hit the link below.